What's up YouTube? It's TEJ back with another video, and today we're going to be reviewing the Mizuno Pro Fli-Hi driving iron. Let's get right into it. All right, guys, so what we're going to do is break this review down into a few different sections. First, I'm going to head out to the golf course, hit some shots, gather some data. We're going to come back here. I'm going to rank this in 5 different categories on a scale of 1 through 10. Then I'm going to talk you through my thoughts and opinions, and we're going to try to get through this as quickly as possible. I keep seeing these 10 to 15-minute club reviews, 20-minute club reviews, and to me, they're just too long. I think we could do this a lot quicker. But as always, if you have any questions about this or you think I missed something, you want to ask me a more in-depth question, drop a comment or shoot me a DM on Instagram and I will happily answer it as quickly as I can. Let's head out to the golf course and hit some shots. This thing's really good. All right, guys, we're back from the golf course, and as you could tell by my reaction on the golf course, I really liked what I was seeing with this club. I hit some really good shots with it, and overall, we'll talk about my overall opinion later in the video, but for now, let's just break it down into those 5 different categories: look, feel, sound, forgiveness, and then kind of a performance category, which is going to be distance and ball speed. So the first category we're going to get into is looks. As far as looks go, I think this is one of the best looking driving irons on the market. I give it a 9 out of 10. Now, what Mizuno could have easily done is left this in that similar brushed chrome finish to, say, the 225 or the 223 or the 221, but they didn't. They made it a black finish, a really sleek looking black finish. But what I like about what they did is they left the face sort of this bead blast finish. Now, why is that good? A lot of people worry about how black clubs are going to wear after 100, 200, 500 shots. They get really beat up really easily, but when you have a face like this, obviously it's going to get worn when you use it, but it's going to wear more like a brushed chrome club, and it's not going to look so beat, which I think is really nice. As far as looks at address, I think this thing looks really good at address. It might be slightly chunkier than some people would want to see at a driving iron, but I think that's a plus. It kind of inspires confidence in, a shot you're going to try to hit. If you're a long ways away, you're trying to go over water or something, it makes you feel like you can mishit it and still hit it the right distance, which I think is good. So, like I said, as far as looks go, I think this thing looks great. One of the best on the market, 9 out of 10. As far as feel goes, this thing feels superb. I'm currently playing the Titleist T200 in my 3-iron, but when you mishit that thing a little bit low in the face, heel or toe, you can feel it. It doesn't feel good. But when you hit this thing a little bit low in the face, a little bit heel or toe, it still feels great. And when you center it, it feels awesome. Now, a little bit of thanks to that is going to be due to the face. Mizuno has put a sort of fairway wood or hybrid style face into this club, so it's going to feel a little bit hotter. It's going to feel a little bit more like a hybrid or a 3-wood. And so, yeah, as far as feel goes, this thing is really good, 9 out of 10. All right, as far as sound goes, I'm going to give this thing another 9 out of 10. I think it sounds superb. It sounds hot. It sounds fast. Again, that's going to be thanks in part to the face Mizuno has put in here. But in my opinion, Mizuno always tends to nail it as far as sound, and this is no exception. Sounds really good, 9 out of 10. So one of the most important categories when it comes to golf clubs, but especially clubs like driving irons, is forgiveness. In my opinion, this is one of the most forgiving driving irons on the market. I'm somebody who tends to struggle with a little bit of a left miss, and I just did not see this thing going left at all. I'm currently playing the Titleist T200, and when I would try to hit down on that sometimes to squeeze something low out there, there was that occasional kind of hot left miss, and with this thing, it just wasn't existent. I just didn't hit this thing left, and I really didn't hit it right either. It wanted to go straight. If I hit it low in the face, it still carried a long way. It still had really good height, and it's just a super forgiving driving iron. I think driving irons scare a lot of mid to high handicappers because they feel like this is for people who just don't miss the center of the face. I promise you, I'm somebody who doesn't hit the center of the face every single time, and this would be a great option for a mid to high handicapper to replace their 4-iron, and for that lower handicapper to replace their 2 or 3-iron. It's very versatile, super forgiving, and in my opinion, one of the best on the market as far as forgiveness goes. So for me, it's a 9.5 out of 10. Guys, as far as distance goes, I'm going to give this thing a 9 out of 10. For a 19-degree driving iron, it's about what I would expect to see as far as carry goes. I'll throw some numbers on the screen here, but have to remember these are some of my first shots of the day. I actually ended up hitting it a little bit further as I got warmed up. But yeah, it's about what I would expect. If anything, it probably carries a little bit further than some of the other 19-degree driving irons on the market, just because it flights a little bit higher. Obviously, if you flight it a little bit higher, especially with something like this, it's going to carry a little bit further. But overall, I was impressed with the distance, but it wasn't anything shocking. So 9 out of 10 for me. Very solid club as far as distance goes. But again, about what I would expect. So final thoughts on the Mizuno Pro Fli-Hi driving iron. Guys, this is, in my opinion, one of, if not the best driving irons on the market. It's incredibly versatile. Out of the rough, it's very good. Out of the fairway, you can hit it high, you can hit it low, you can draw it, you can fade it. It's very forgiving. Distance is there. Everything you would want in a driving iron, this thing has. I'm super impressed with it. It's replacing my Titleist T200. The T200 is out. This thing is going in. That's how impressed I am with it. And being a tournament player, that's a big deal because I don't like switching clubs very often. I'll test a lot, but I don't like switching, and I am switching to this. Mizuno, killing it once again. Guys, that's a review. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.